Den sidste taler, det kommer at være Coolshop, som de hedder i Danmark. Det er en dansk webshop, som sælger olika sager på nettet, men mest spil. Og de er både gået ind på den danske marked, eller de er fra Danmark, de er gået ind på den svenske marked, og de er i England. Og de gør det jättebra, og derfor blev de udnævnt til årets e-handler i Danmark sidste år. Og det er også derfor, vi tykte, at det var interessant at med i år, og høre, hvor de bærer sig. Så velkommen til Jakob Ries.
Jakob Risgaard.
Hi, good to see you. Hi. Okay, if it's okay for you, I'm going to take this in English, because if your Danish is as bad as my Swedish, you wouldn't understand a thing. And this would just be a really boring slideshow for you guys. So, I do a lot of speeches around Europe. This is my first time in Sweden. And the good thing is that I'm always a little nervous, and I always, kind of picture people naked, like they say we should do, and the Swedish people are really nice. They're much better than Danish. So, okay, Coolshop, really short, is a store that we sell computer games, and we have been really blessed by the computer industry kind of exploding in games. 5 years ago, everybody would remember that people playing games were kind of the nerds sitting at computer parties with a bag of chips and Coke. But now everybody plays, even girls play. I don't know how, but they play someone, and even some play World of Warcraft. There's 12 million people who plays World of Warcraft and pays 100 Danish kroner, or 12 euros a month to play this game. They even said that this is the reason these players from World of Warcraft for the reason that these lordy guys, the monsters, won the European Song Contest at some point. They kind of agreed to vote on them online. That's fun. On Coolshop, we have 1.4 million customers, and that's just so boring. But what's fun is that we get over 1,000 new customers every day, and we're just a small company from the north of Denmark. We are 3 guys. We started 6 years ago, and we just, the old American story. We started in our mom and dad's basement, and we never got any capital invested in us. So the good thing for you guys before the party tonight is that to ensure you guys can all do the same, exactly what we did, even better, because there's no secret behind what we did. I'm going to show you why. Okay, the fun thing is that, like you said, that this is from the Danish Stock Exchange, an old house. I think it's 500 years old. They used to sell corn in this place, or at least kind of use the stock exchange to how can I say, to exchange all of these old products. But now suddenly they have an e-conference about computer games and the internet companies winning prizes in there. And for us it was fun that we actually won this night. We won in front of old companies like the Tivoli. The Tivoli is 200 years old or something, big travel agencies. And again, we don't have any means at all to do this, because we only free, educated, non-educated guys. So what we do have is a lot of spirit. And I can see with some of you have that also. So please do not go back to school. Go out and try something. That's the only thing I can say. What we do it in Danish. We do it crazy. This is the kind of the Danish word for crazy. We say that every time we go to work, we might not have invented the good idea, but if we just do it better. Just do it better than the other ones. Did you know that Amazon is worth 4 times as much as Walmart are now? So all you guys sitting here tonight shouldn't just be a dinner. It should be a celebration, a party, because you're sitting in the best profitable industry in history. You're sitting just in front of this leap where you can just walk out and grab something that never been there before to grab, because everybody is ready to buy something now. You just have to do it better than the rest of them. In 1996, I started my first internet store there. I look like this. Hey, what are you laughing about? May I see your passport? Okay, so the good thing is that everything was just going out there. I was a millionaire just because I had a .com domain. At least my bank thought I was a millionaire, because when you had a .com domain, you owned the world. At least it was then until 2000, when the banks realized that this was not necessarily a case, that you might want to make some money on the old-fashioned way. So I kind of agreed with myself to say that why not treat the internet customers the same way that really good traditional retailers treat them. So we kind of said that we enabled to get the Ferrari that we wanted to have in the garage, because we need something we can picture to go somewhere. We either need naked girls or cars, something fun for us to move somewhere. That's the only reason that we involve us guys. So what we could do is we kind of make a steps that said before we can go anywhere, we need to have control the guys who are delivering products for us. This was the old warehouse that we had. We used a system called Chaos Warehouse. We found out in Norway, they can buy in Norway. Did you know that they have this 200 kroner tax advantage? So if they get products inside Norway without under 200, that is kind of a cultural interest, they don't pay VAT. And I know, porn movies, that's kind of cultural products. Yeah, you're nodding. Yeah, yes. And so we found out that we could actually sell, this is back in 2000, we could sell erotic movies to the Norwegian guys because it was illegal to buy erotic movies inside Norway, but we could get the Norwegian government to pay us a tax if we just sent them from Denmark. Combined with this Chaos Warehouse, this was a mess, I promise you. When sometimes my warehouse manager went on holiday, and I found out that he kind of sorted the whole warehouse with how big the breasts were. So that was how we found the goods. That was pretty fun. So this is also Chaos Warehouse. We used from IKEA, now we're in Sweden, their shelf system, so we can actually make a warehouse for almost nothing. And what's really important is that the whole logistic thing, for us, were kind of 50% of the whole success, because we don't make much margin on the products that we sell. We don't sell clothes. We sell computer games and IT things. So we don't make much. I think if we're lucky, we make 10% of a product. So for us, the most expensive thing was to pack them expensive. So we kind of invested. We believe in long-time investment, but only because none of us has a big education. So we need to do something that doesn't cost us a lot of money. So we kind of invested in a system that will do everything for almost nothing for us, because either way, people could just buy something in a company that didn't have the high tax we have in Denmark. I think we pay like 70% in total for tax, and we also pay a high salary for people to be able to buy something for the 70% or 30% was left. So we started a company called Invenor, who this machine have a return of investment for a normal internet store around 14 months. This machine finds the goods, it put it in a normal envelope, so you can use, things to wrap it in that the post know, and you can get really cheap. And it puts on the address, and it kind of sorts the goods out to the country that it's supposed to go to. So for us, we went for €1.50 cost for each pack to 1 Danish kroner, and that's kind of 10 cents or something to ship a product. So this was the warehouse. The website, obviously. What we have to think about is, what is the product that you sell? What is the advantage that you have on the internet that you don't have in the normal retail store? And this is pretty obvious with computer games, because this is the back of a normal computer game. And if you're going out to buy that, it's pretty hard for you to see if that's a game that you want to play. You can only see 3 pictures if you're lucky. And if you're a parent, it's even harder. Is this available for an 8-year-old? I don't know. So what we can do on the internet is kind of show a description. We can show videos, pictures, and other people's review. The thing with video, we thought in 2005, this was really important, because this kind of took us a step further than we could do with a normal catalog, like most internet stores are. The catalog idea is that we only show 2-dimensional things, but with video, we can go out and show our own face to make the people think that they are secure in this store, because we are not afraid to put our own face here. And we have a lot of content that people could spend time on the internet. So this is the guy who actually we are interviewing, the guy who made World of Warcraft. So we took just start small. We took the small things that we had we used for fairs, and just set up and started to make video. Everybody can make video with a HD camera phone. Start doing that and put it online. Put it on YouTube right away. Start being the guy that they want to see, because then the people will trust you, the customer will trust you. Treat them well, and then you have your name ready. To get your name ready, we have 3 steps. Be visible. That's pretty obvious. You have to be there where people expect to find you. You have to think untraditional. If you want to make, I think this is a commercial for tires. It's pretty fun, because it shows that, oh right, these tires are pretty good because he can drive on a wall. But don't be afraid for people like our size to do something that is not, how can I say, almost traditional. Every time we launch a new product, when other companies, they have the customers, the normal retail, laying outside a store, sleeping to get the new Harry Potter or World of Warcraft game. We kind of found out, okay, why not just take advantage and take hold of McDonald's and make them make a World of Warcraft monster menu. And then we delivered the products into the McDonald's stores. And McDonald's loved it because they're pretty slow with customers at 12 o'clock on a Wednesday, so at night. So this has been a good success for us. Also, be in the media. Try and do everything you can to be in the media. Every time you see something, if you sell clothes, and just don't be positive all the time. Write to your local newspaper that you think that young girls is dressing too sexy. Or if you sell machines that works only on building blocks, do something that makes people go on and tell them that people get hurt with these. So the press likes you. What we did was we filmed a burglar. With a video surveillance camera, we had a break-in, and we took the video and put it on the front page of our website. I said that whoever finds this guy get a PlayStation free. If you kick him, you get 2. And the thing was that we will actually we were charged by the Danish government because it's illegal to put a burglar's video on the internet because you are breaking the law. We had CNN callers. They didn't understand we couldn't put video on the burglar in Denmark. In the US, they would just ask you, what kind of gun did you use? But over there, it was a big story in Denmark. Okay, be visible and be cool. For us, we are called Coolshop, so we have to live what we are. If we sell computer games and wouldn't play a computer game in our life, that wouldn't be pretty serious, and people will kind of look through it and see, okay, these guys are only there for the money. They don't think this is fun. So only do something that you think that you can feel for. We go out and we found out that Denmark is a very small country, and the Danish artists don't make much money. So what we did was we kind of went out to all the known people in Denmark and said that if you want a free PlayStation, you can get it. You just have to remember to do something for us when we need you. So we have 100 people we can just call whenever we go somewhere. So the young people think we're really cool because we have a lot of, their idols in our stand. This is the Danish handball league team. We didn't have the money to sponsor a handball national team. But what we could do, we could send them PSP machines so they can play in the bus when they were out on the matches, and they could send pictures back we could use for the newsletter, and we just said that we support Denmark. And everybody who knows about handball know that it was the Danish handball team. And we do support Denmark. I don't know anything about handball, but it was pretty funny for the people who knew handball. The last thing is have to live it. This is actually true pictures from the premises that we have. This is from where we eat. This is outside. We bought an old Tivoli. This is a sing-off. We have that most days in the cantina. We have this is it's actually me in the blue one. This is how we make the salary for next year. We have this one. This was because we had so many burglaries, so we made a Hulk that is 3 meters tall. So the first thing people see when they walk in is like this. We have this is the warehouse that we have today. Seen from atop. I'm in Sweden, I know. So this is where we are now. I can see I only have 2 minutes left. So what we are going to do in the future is, we made a cooperation with Blockbuster. Blockbuster knew that the market for movies traditionally were not that good anymore. They wanted to do something with games, so they contacted us, and now we have 70 game stores in Denmark with Blockbuster. That's pretty cool. What we found out that we only look at numbers. We look at the 1,000 new customers that we get every day, but we don't see them. It's just numbers for us. So it's funny to see when we send out a newsletter to a local store that there were 600 young people waiting outside the store when we opened it in the morning. And we didn't know that, so we have been out drinking all night and kind of turned down all the discos, so that was pretty fun. They got a really bad service that day. Also, after we won the Danish e-commerce awards, we kind of thought that, okay, now people trust our brand, so we started to make our own accessories with their own brand. And because we also sell in America, we found out that there's actually 11 Americans die every year because of bad packaging. When they open them, they die. For me, I said, okay, it's good, it's better they die now than later, because it would happen sometime if you die from opening a box. But we had a lot of people testing these with really sharp knives, so we kind of made what we call frustration-free packaging. Also, Amazon has done that today. This is actually a Swedish guy, the one with the glasses. When we wanted to go into Sweden, we found out that Swedish people are so different from Danish people, because we believe in the strategy that we have to take one market at a time, because we are different. Even in Sweden, the south of Sweden guys are very different from the north of Sweden, I guess. It's the same in Denmark. It's the same in Finland. So what we do is treat them all different, with different design, what works in the specific country. So we bought 75% of called Spelbutikken in over here, and looks like this. Then we buy some sites that, write something for us, make reviews. We can just hand over free games to the one who want to make a review, and we have a lot of content, and we have a site where people trust to go in and read. And then we started Pixel TV. I have to mention Pixel TV, because the video that we started to show online about computer and games were so popular that we had our own TV station made now from that. It's called Pixel TV, and this is some of the hosts. And we are all around the world. At every time we have 4 people running around the world making TV for us, and we even have sponsors now. So it don't cost us any money anymore to have this. This is tennis player, I don't know, we have a Danish one who's better. Now we started up in Finland and Norway, and Finland again looks different, looks like this, because this works better in Finland. I don't know what it says, but there's something with games. Very short, this was Coolshop. Thank you. But I'm the one in the world with the most slides.
En fråga, Anders, från dig.
Det, jeg tykker er mye relevant, når vi... Eller,
Var det på dansk, du?
Tag det på dansk, okay. Det, der er meget relevant, når vi sidder her i Sverige, det er jo selvfølgelig forskellen på dansk og svensk e-handel. Hvad ser du som de største forskelle?
It's okay, I answer in Swedish again, because I'm afraid to get a Swedish question. The big difference between Danish people and Swedish people are that Swedish guys are much more conservative. And they're actually more intelligent than Danish people are also. It actually shows that in all the reports we can read, they have a higher IQ. But with that said, they are still more conservative. Look at here. If you go to Denmark, everybody sits on front. Here, everybody sits in the back. Everybody sits here is because they have to, or it's not Swedish. It's so funny when we went into Sweden and we kind of presented the idea, come on guys, we're going to be crazy in Sweden. Are you ready? And everybody was standing in the door, I am. And all the Danish guys were sitting in front, I am. So this is the big difference between that we can be much more aggressive in Denmark than we can in Sweden. Yeah.
Vet ni vad vi svenskar säger om danskar? I alla fall i Skåne. Nordens araber, säger vi. Och det är väldigt positivt.
Okay.
Det är positivt.
A Norwegian guy said that the Danish people were the European Jews. I didn't know anything. I know it went pretty bad for the Jews at some point. So I asked him what he meant. He meant that Danish people can make business anywhere because we are not afraid of competitors. We kind of try and work together because we believe 1 and 1 is more than 2. And you see that also in Sweden now. That you see that when we make the big supermarkets, you kind of build someone really big close to it, like IKEA or something, and the rest will come. And it doesn't matter if you're not a furniture seller. As long as you are close to that one, you can actually sell furniture, no matter if IKEA is your neighbor. And that's the same here. Don't be afraid to go out and tell your secrets to your competitors, because you still have your own shop. They don't. So the better experience we give the customers together, the more they'll go in and buy next time.
Där hör ni. Så nu ställer ni upp nästa år och kommer att berätta lite siffror allihopa. Okay. Tack så jättemycket, Jakob, för att du kom. Och du är kvar ikväll. Kommer du en stund?
Ja.
Och imorgon en stund.
Ja.
Så haffar Jakob och pratar med honom om skillnader mellan Sverige och Danmark.
Ja.
Tack så jättemycket.